My 10-year-old son is convinced that the world is plotting against him. Every day he comes home from school with a tale of injustice. Daddy, today the girls in class were making fun of the boys, and when we tried to tell them to stop, we got in trouble. The 4th grade math class got cupcakes yesterday and didn't share them, but today when we got cupcakes, the teacher made us share them with the 4th graders. He's learning an important lesson. The world isn't fair. Bad things happen to good people. People cheat and get away with it. And yes, sometimes cupcakes are only shared in one direction. When confronted with unfairness, we have a choice. We can loudly protest and hope that the world comes to its senses. We can sit idly, pout, and do nothing. Or we can fight back. To be clear, the right response varies based on the situation. Given that this is a business book, we're not going to get all philosophical and talk about the times in history when civil disobedience or violent resistance was the only choice. This is not a discourse on Thomas Paine's Common Sense or Martin Luther King Jr.'s Letter from a Birmingham Jail. From a business perspective, I got a great piece of advice early in my career. You don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. Put another way, business is unfair, so the only way to win in business is to find your own unfair advantage. And that's what this book is about. Unfair marketing advantages. This book is not about doing anything illegal or unethical. You can create an unfair marketing advantage without breaking any laws or even feeling dirty. What I mean by unfair in this context is simple. Discover something inside your company that gives you an advantage that the competition simply can't copy. Imagine, for example, that you go to a high school, and it just so happens that a kid in your town is over 7 feet tall and can jump twice as high as the average person. Is it unethical for your high school basketball team to use this giant to win a lot of games? Of course not. Is it unfair? Well, yes, in the sense that the rival teams that don't have a super athletic 7-footer don't really stand a chance. That's what I mean by an unfair advantage. The challenge for a lot of businesses is that finding their unfair marketing advantage is not as easy as the high school basketball coach who sees the future NBA star walk into the gym. Many companies have powerful unfair marketing advantages that they are either underutilizing or not using at all. So this book has 2 objectives. First, to identify common unfair marketing advantages that I've observed over my 20 years in marketing. And second, to give you examples that show you how other companies have driven massive marketing success by using these techniques. My personal unfair advantage story. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, where our pro football team is the 49ers. Named after the pioneers who flooded California after the 1849 discovery of gold in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. I frequently take my family to the area of the gold discovery, known, not surprisingly, as Gold Country. We've visited a few mine sites and museums dedicated to the gold rush. In the very early days of the gold rush, it was relatively easy to find gold. There were literally nuggets lying on the ground that prospectors could just pick up. Once these easy pickings were all scooped up, prospectors had to pan for gold, then dig for gold, and then eventually build mines with hazardous chemicals, high-pressure water cannons, and miles of dangerous tunnels and heavy machinery. Most miners didn't get rich, and sadly, many died at a young age, either because of illness, often caused by exposure to hazardous chemicals, or mining accidents.